guys, Dan, BookNookNoggin, and it's been overdue, I guess you could say. It's been overdue. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these From the Nook videos. I always intended for these just to be a little kind of like channel updates mostly, but kind of interacting with you guys. You know, like hoping, to, kind of share some of the other things that I'm like common interest, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't want to ramble. One of the reasons why I kind of have been uploading more sporadically lately is because I'm having a lot of stuff going on in my personal life right now. I got promoted at work, and I'm no longer just a shit show crew member. I am now the supervisor of the shit show. I just don't have the hat. But yeah, I'm hopefully, it's not something, I'm not going to say what it is I'm doing, but I'm just going to say that, it's not the career path that I had chosen, but, they offered me more money to switch departments and to take over for someone who was leaving, since I already knew the job and all that. But I'm hoping it's going to help my family, like, financially, because I was really, really struggling these last few months, this past year, actually. So hopefully it'll make a positive impact on my life. But the downside to that is I have less time to read. I am still reading, but I'm not reading as fast as I could have been when I had a different job, a different title, in a different department. So yeah, it's going to be adjustments. I'm still going to be uploading videos, but they're going to be when I can upload them, and like after I read stuff and all that. But I kind of wanted to let you guys know about that. That was just one of the updates that I wanted for my From the Nook. What the fuck did I just watch? I couldn't help myself and wanted to see what all the hype was about with the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, and oh my god, this one deserves me wearing the hat while we tell you about Blood and Honey. I mean, first off, you kind of get from you see it, even the movie poster shows you how horrible looking the masks were for this film. It's just beyond ridiculous. This film started off so badly. Like, it was like, I kind of half paid attention at some point because I was like, this sounds so stupid, so ridiculous. I was like, but I just kept watching it, and then there's it does have its merits. I mean, hot British babes constantly taking off their tops, kept me interested. Okay, I guess we're at the part of the, the video where I'm supposed to tell you guys about the books I've read lately. I did not do any reviews of any of the comics I read recently. But I have been reading quite a few of the new Krakoa era X books that Hickman started. So I think I read a couple of the X-Men Volume 2 and 3, and then I read Inferno, which I was really kind of disappointed with Inferno because I was anticipating it to be this kind of huge, fantastic story about how Mystique was trying to, sabotage the mutants and Charles and Magneto and all that. And it just really did not pan out the way I kind of hoped it would. That one was really subpar. But don't get me wrong, I really do love the way that, that this new team of, writers and illustrators, because that's another thing I want to mention is, when I was reading the New Mutants volumes that I read, I felt like some of the artists were trying to capture that original, New Mutants kind of, the artistic style of Bill Sesniak, I think his name. I know I'm probably butchering his name, but, if you know that original artist that they had for New Mutants back in the 80s, yeah, I love that art style. I think I follow him on Instagram, but enough of me rambling about that. I do love the new fantasy kind of sci-fi kind of spin that they're really putting into some of these stories and the directions they're going with the X-Men. I do find some of the new kind of mutants that they added, like some of them are really bizarre, and some of them are just really kind of dumb too. If I'm being honest with you, I do like the fact that they are taking it and they're trying to make it more interesting. Like I just read The Way of X too, which was like they're trying to craft a mutant religion, and I found that to be kind of an interesting story too. But like they weren't really that, like they didn't speak to me that much that I was like, yeah, I think I should review this and talk about it on my channel. But I didn't do that, and I'm telling you now. Another thing that I have been reading, yes, it is a novella, and it isn't that long at all. Like, how many pages is this thing? I don't like to rush through these. I like to read them over time and just kind of, absorb them. It's like, yeah, it's 100 pages long, so it's not really that long at all. I've had it on my shelf, my physical shelf, which is behind me for, like, the longest time. I've read a few Chad Lutzke books, but this is my first time reading anything by John Bowden. I trust the opinions of a lot of the people that I watch on BookTube about, how they've read John Bowden. And, so I'm enjoying this. It is different. It's much more different than I had anticipated. It's one of those books, like, where they don't really give you much for a synopsis. But once you get a few pages in, it kind of, I'm going to be right up front with this, feels like a tribute to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I'm just going to say that. I do like it. I am enjoying it. But it's like, backwoods kind of meets Frankenstein, I guess you could say. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going with that. It's backwoods meets Frankenstein. Backwoods Frankenstein? Yeah. Definitely. I really like it, and it's definitely going to make me want to check out more of John Bowden's work. I think that, I got his new and latest one to me in the mail, like, this past month. But yeah, other than that I've been reading a lot of comics, basically. I kind of picked up where I'd left off with the Savage Side by Tiffany McDaniels, and I really was not in the mood to read that one. I know I started reading it a long time ago, and I really should finish that one. I'm gonna say it here if I have not said it in previous videos. I'm gonna say this one, this Savage Side, the latest book from Tiffany McDaniels, is just not as good as her prior two books. I'm going to stand by my opinion. I feel like The Summer That Melted Everything is her best work to date. So yeah, I'm not really feeling on the Savage Side, but I probably should finish it and, do my review of it, so that, maybe others can go check it out. But yeah, we're gonna, one of the things I want to do is I wanted to share with you guys all the books that I have kind of picked up. This is the odd thing, I don't usually watch book hauls, but after watching Brad Proctor's massive mega haul, whatever you want, I forgot what he called it, but he did it in 2 parts, kind of gave me a kick and a motivation to kind of share with you guys the books, the interesting books that I picked up. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do like a very long video, because I feel like a lot of people just don't have the attention span to sit through a very lengthy video. And I know that by doing these types of videos, they are very lengthy, and maybe people just don't want to watch them. I feel like, you can skip ahead through these types of videos. If, maybe I should do chapters. I'm not really sure if I'm really that motivated to do that kind of work, put that kind of work into a video, but maybe if I had a lot more viewers for these. That's why I stopped filming these in the Okay, before I share with you a few of the books I have purchased in the past few months, I just want to mention and throw this out to you guys. If you have not seen the new Dark Harvest film, adaptation of the Norman Partridge Dark Harvest, you need to get out there and watch this movie. Absolutely fantastic adaptation of that book. Dark Harvest is one of my most favorite Halloween-themed stories. Yeah, and the film was... sometimes I feel like when they do film adaptations of great books, sometimes they fail and they fall short of the vision that you may have upon, when you've read the book or whatnot. And I felt like that, the director for this, the screenwriter, who I forgot who wrote it, but they did a really good adaptation of that book. Definitely go check that one out. That's like my little mini review for it. I think I gave it a 5 out of 5 star rating on Letterboxd. Great fucking film, guys. But let's get in. I pulled 4 books from the books that I've purchased in the last few months. I just tried to grab like 4 random books, and I'm gonna, show you the book, and then I'm gonna tell you why I decided to pick it up. I've never read anything by Anton Chekhov, but classic Russian smut. So interesting. So yeah, I've read Lady Chatterley's Lover. So I figured why not check this one out and see what it's like. And then there's another Stephen King Peter Straub book. I'm hoping this is in the... Yeah, okay, Jack Sawyer, so it's in the Talisman series. Yeah, so I'm wondering, is this like book 2 in that series? Yeah, looks like. Look for the thrilling prequel to Black House. They call it the Talisman, the prequel. Okay, well this is book 2 in that series. I have. It's been years since I've read the Talisman. I read it when I was a teen in high school. Of course, I binged everything Stephen King back in the day. And yeah, now I know that there's a sequel. I should probably read this because I really did enjoy the Talisman. And then I'm like, well, should I revisit the Talisman before I read this? There's always that issue too, But I guess we'll decide when we get there. I saw this Indian Killer by Sherman Alexie. He's one of my favorite indigenous Native American authors. I've read a few of his books that I really enjoyed, so I saw this, and I was like, it's about a serial killer that's terrorizing Seattle, scalping white men. Yeah, so this sounds like it could be interesting, like I've enjoyed other books of his, so I figured I would check that one out. It's a newer one from him. And then this one it's probably a young adult, but Mosquito Land. I picked this up on a whim. It was free. It's not like I sought it out and paid for this. It would happen to be a free book. But I sometimes like to read coming of age, and especially about books about people trying to adapt to new areas and new locations and stuff. So it sounds like it could have good potential. And plus the cover is kind of cool. I mean, great covers always get people to pick up books, right? Even though they try to say, oh, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, yeah, we're going to judge books by covers because why else would we buy them? Why else would people be doing book hauls on, on YouTube? Come on now. But yeah, that's all I'm going to have time for in this video, because now I have to put together all the pieces that I have filmed for this, and edit it and all that stuff. I'm going to try to throw down some links for some of the stuff I talked about in this video. I don't know how overly ambitious I'm going to get with that because, time is money, friend. If you appreciated watching my video and hearing everything I had to talk about, if you have any thoughts on these, please let me know down below. If this is your first time seeing my videos, by all means hit that subscriber button, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a video. I've been really sporadic and random with my uploads. I'm trying to stick to that weekend scheduling. I mean, there have been a few times where I got in a wild hair and I was like, oh, it's Wednesday in the middle of the week. Should I upload a video? And I haven't. I've been very self-restrained in that aspect. I know that people who have already subbed to my channel are pretty used to the weekend scheduling. So I figure if I continue to upload on the weekends, then, those people will see my videos. But, that notification bell really helps, videos like mine get seen. And it's because of viewers like you. But, thanks for watching. Till next time. Later, guys.